And welcome to a little series I'll be doing called Off the Beaten Path, where we take a look at other games, some sports related and some not. Today, in honor of the SpaceX launch tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Kerbal space program, and we're going to do a little flight here in just a moment. Stand by. That's it. Now I'm just going to do a simple launch, a suborbital launch. And I have a rocket all set to go, which I'm going to load up here at the vehicle assembly building. I did start this again, right? I did. Okay. Thank you. And just to make this a quick video, we're going to load the jumping flea. And we're going to put him at the launch pad. And this is going to be a very quick mission. A little suborbital flight. We're not going for going to the moon or going to orbit or anything like that. Kerbal Space Program is this cute little game. Instead of the astronauts being all human, they're aliens, and they kind of look like short little green people. So this jumping flea, everything else is it's kind of after the space program is what it does. And you launch ships into orbit, and you could play the game many ways. But this little jumping flea is going to take off in 3, 2, 1. Off it goes. We're just going to have fun with this baby. Doesn't have that much fuel on this little itty-bitty craft, but we're going to roll it. We're going to pitch it over a little bit, or try to. It really doesn't matter because this isn't going to have enough to escape Earth orbit. Tilt the angle down so you can get a smoother video. Purpose is to go straight up and straight down with this. If I do this right or wrongly, this will land almost right on the launch pad. Okay, the engine is burned out. Stage. And we should have stage separation. We're just going to let this baby coast for a while. See if we could spin it over a little bit. We will not have enough to leave orbit. But it's still boogieing. And the problem is the stage is still on there, if I am not mistaken. So we might crash land, which will not be a good thing, but if we do any more, I would deploy the parachute. It is supposed to separate. The stage is supposed to separate. And maybe I could still get it to do it. Hang on one moment. Okay. Now it should. Here we go. Nope, it's still stuck on there. I guess once it's stuck, it stays stuck. Oh, what I did was I deployed the parachute, which is going to make this a much longer flight. Ouch. And it was not good. Well, the thing about this game is when you try to orbit, when you try to lift off, you're going to fail sometimes if you don't have a preloaded rocket in the game. I'm still climbing. I'm up near 10,000 feet, so I'm going to do a gravity pull and try to get myself away from the coast as much as possible. But I cannot get rid of this stage. I'll try it again. I'm trying to move it to where it will separate by doing a little finagling here on the lower left. And I'll try again. Nope, no deal. The stage is staying on, so we got trouble. Now, once the ship stops climbing, I'm just going to prepare for the landing, but the landing will be a hard one, and my astronaut will kick the bucket. Not that I wish this for tomorrow, for that SpaceX launch, but if you don't know what you're doing, sometimes these things happen. And we're closing in on 10,000 meters. I think I said feet earlier. No, this is meters they measure in, because I imagine people buy Kerbal all over the world, and most of the world they use metric measurements, but here in the United States they don't still. And we are just about at 10,000 feet. 10,000 meters. See, I did it again. Still have a ways to go yet before I start losing all of my upward altitude. There's my parachute that I deployed way too early over on the left side. That is not a prophylactic of any kind. That is the parachute that I should not have deployed until I had descended down to 2,500 meters. And this is not going to be a good landing at all. Actually, I might have... No, I didn't. I never destaged. I should have done that at the vehicle assembly building, but nope, I didn't do that. So it might be a hard landing after all. That's the thing that makes Kerbal nice, is you do these things and they give you these little green creatures to play around with, and if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, and you don't have the trauma of having killed someone. Which unfortunately in our space program has happened twice in recent years. And we wish the crew of the SpaceX Demo Dragon, they're supposed to lift off tomorrow, though they may not. Now, I am starting to lose altitude, so I should switch to surface and go to retrograde. And that's going to put me in landing position. And I probably will land, it'll be a close call whether or not I land in water or on the surface, and my parachute is going up. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. And as you can tell, this never left orbit. Try to turn the SAS off. Now I could accelerate here, but I won't, because this is just a demonstration launch and landing. And my SAS, doing dipsy-doos. The craft is doing dipsy-doos, so we're going to turn the SAS back on, and we're going to set it to retrograde. And that should get the ship back on the right attitude. 8,910 meters to go till landing. So this is going to take a while. With 127 meters a second, and the timing on Kerbal Space Program is not accurate. A second will take sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 real-time seconds. Depends on what the graphics of the game are doing, and I have a computer that has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it moves slowly on it. It depends on what the graphics are doing. My ship is still spinning around. We'll try going RCS. See if that'll fix it. And it looks like it might. Should I go prograde? No, I should not, because now my ship is upside down, which is not what I want. I want it to go retrograde. Now will it flip back over? Eventually it will. This is not good. Try turning RCS off. Well, I hope this gets fixed soon. My ship appears to be tangled in the parachute, and I'll have a very short amount of time to fix it. Try prograde again. That is not working. Retrograde. It's still tangled up pretty good. Try RCS and hope it'll flip over. No. Prograde again. No. I'll try to do this manually here. Hang on. Over. No, it's stuck. It's stuck, folks. Trying to bang it out here. My little Kerbal down here in the lower right's getting concerned. I would be too. I'm going to go back to SAS. Retrograde, and hope that when the parachute further deploys that it will be able to right itself and with time to spare. We're under 5,000 feet now, still heading at the surface at 183 meters a second. But the seconds, as I say, in Kerbal time take a little longer, depending on what the graphics has to do. The chute should further deploy once we get under 25. I wasn't supposed to deploy it until I got to 2,500 meters, so this parachute has been flopping around for a long time. So let's see here, 3,800, 3,700 and change. Ooh, not good. So I'm about 125 miles west of where they're launching the SpaceX mission tomorrow. The man shot, our first man shot on American soil in a little under 9 years. And being on the west coast of Florida, we got to see a great deal of the space shuttle launches. Whenever it was clear over here and clear over there, you could see the vapor trail, and it was beautiful. I missed the old space shuttle launches, so I'm glad we have a space program back at the Cape. Okay. This is becoming problematic for our little Kirby here. 2,500 meters. I'm hoping this parachute will deploy a little more, otherwise we're gonna kaboom right in the water. Although we will hit the water, so that's good. Need our little ship to turn around, and it is not turning around, it's ass backwards. Under 2,000 meters to go. It's trying to flip around. Could not do it that time. So I'm just going to keep trying to hit retrograde and prograde and try to flip it loose here. Well, better hurry up soon because we're less than 10 seconds away from landing. And it's going to be a hard landing. It's going to doom my astronaut here, my Kerbal knot, because it's going way too fast at 1,000 meters. That parachute's damaged. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. But hurry. The weight of that stage is going to doom it, I'm going to think. Yeah, only about 5 seconds. And I'm dead in the water here. Oh well. Oh. Last second. At the last second, the parachute deploys, saves the day, and we should be landing at a good speed to where it will land safe. You see it there, about 15 meters a second. That's still 45 feet a second, really, a foot a second, so needed to slow down just a wee bit more. There we go. Under 400 meters to go. That stage being on there, I'm kind of worried about it. Would have liked to deploy it. 367, 66 meters to go. The guy's about to land. Still got a ways to go yet. I'm just going to take in the view for a moment. 7 meters a second and 320. It's going to be another 45 seconds of time. And as Johnny Cash said in Folsom Prison Blues, in this game, sometimes time does drag on. Should we just speed it up just a little bit? You can do that in this game. You just click on the clock and you go to warp, and it'll quadruple the time. Very curious to see what happens when we splash down. 120, 110. I'll slow it down by the time we get to 50. There we go. Should be any moment now. And boom. And the ship landed in the water perfectly. So that ends that. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, and I will sign off for now. Bye-bye, everybody.